The Great Barrier Reef stretches more than 1,250 miles along Australia's northern Queensland coast. It is comprised of more than 3,000 reefs. It is the world's largest living organism and can even be seen from outer space. Let's learn about what a coral reef is. Coral reefs are limestone structures made by the skeletons of millions of little animals called coral polyps. Did you know that the Great Barrier Reef is a much sought-after tourist attraction? Almost 2 million people from all over the world visit each year. There are many ways to view the reefs, such as diving and snorkeling, where you can get up close and personal to the reef's aquatic inhabitants. Or you can take to the air in a helicopter or plane ride where you can view the reefs from above. How about chartering a vessel to take in a wonderful cruise? This precious rainforest of the sea was declared a World Heritage Site by the United Nations. It is comprised of the world's largest collection of coral reefs with over 1,500 species of fish, 4,000 types of mollusks, and 400 types of coral. The Great Barrier Reef Parking Authority is entrusted to protect this environment. They state that the biodiversity and the interconnectedness of species and habitat makes the Great Barrier Reef and the surrounding areas one of the richest and most complex natural systems on Earth. Protected species that call the Great Barrier Reef home include barramundi cod, whale sharks, crocodiles, marine turtles, dugongs, and humpback whales, which come to the Great Barrier Reef from Arctic waters from May to September to calve and build up strength over the winter before they return to the Arctic in the summer. Let's learn a little bit about these protected species. Barramundi cod can grow up to 27 inches long and are easily recognized by the black spots on its body and fins. Adults can be found in waters up to 130 feet deep, while juveniles are found in shallow waters. Whale sharks are the largest fish in the sea and fortunately do not attack humans. They are filter feeders who just open their thin mouths and take in plankton and small fish while swimming close to the water's surface. They can grow up to 40 feet in length and weigh an average of 20 tons. They have a flattened head, spotted body, and a white belly. Saltwater crocodiles, or as Australians call them, salties, can weigh an average 1,000 pounds and 17 feet in length. They gained protective status in 1974. Their primary habitat lies outside of the Great Barrier Marine Park in coastal waters. However, they migrate through it. Besides Australia, they can be found in eastern India and Southeast Asia. Their population is estimated between 200 and 300,000. 6 out of the 7 marine turtle species are found in the Great Barrier Reef's waters. They are the flatback, greens, hawksbills, leatherbacks, loggerheads, and olive redley turtles. The flatback turtle is native to Australia and only nests on its beaches. Marine turtles don't reach sexual maturity until they're between 20 and 50 years old, can live up to 100 years, and lay up to 100 eggs at a time. Dugongs, otherwise known as sea cows, are mammals that feed on seagrasses. They live in shallow waters throughout the Indo-Pacific region. They reproduce at a slow rate, having only one calf every 2.5 to 7 years. They are listed under the World Conservation Union's Red List of threatened animals as vulnerable to extinction. They don't have many natural predators, but young dugongs are susceptible to attack from crocodiles, sharks, and killer whales. Habitat and boating strikes are also concerns. Humpback whales can grow up to 62 feet and weigh 40 tons. Calves don't stop growing until they are 10 years old. They feed on plankton, small fish, and krill. They are also considered vulnerable to extinction, but are now recovering after being hunted almost to extinction. They are great swimmers with a powerful tail fin called a fluke that help propel them through the water. Threats to the reef include water quality and runoff, wetlands destruction, and climate change. Water runoff links the land to the Great Barrier Reef World Heritage Area. Agricultural practices and coastal development negatively affect the water quality. Government and land users work together to create the Reef Water Quality Protection Plan in an effort to protect the reef. Also, the destruction of wetlands led to the Great Barrier Reef Coastal Wetlands Protection Program. Climate change is the result of elevated greenhouse gas concentrations and raises the temperature around the world. According to the Great Barrier Reef Marine Park Authority, the changes in the climate that will directly impact the Great Barrier Reef include increased water temperature, increased sea level, increased severity of storms and cyclones, ocean acidification, changed rainfall and runoff, and changes to the El Niño Southern Oscillation. Sustained high water temperatures cause mass coral bleaching, which means large numbers of dead corals, which have already become more severe and frequent. Also, temperature-sensitive species can be affected as well. For example, the gender of turtle hatchlings is determined by temperature. Higher temperatures lead to more females. What can you do about climate change? Use energy-efficient lights, turn off lights around the house, recycle, use less hot water, plant trees, and finally, spread the word.